This segment is sponsored by AAA Mid-Atlantic.
And as our conversations on traffic safety continue this week with AAA Mid-Atlantic, we're joined again today by Martha Meade. Martha, it's wonderful to see you.
Thank you so much for having us this week. There's so many important messages, and it's great we can get them out.
We are happy to share this news with our friends and viewers. Of course, Monday, we talked about the brand new hands-free law going into effect January 1st of 2021. On Wednesday, we talked about and celebrated the 100th anniversary of the Safety Patrol program. That is incredible. Today, some important information about slow down, move over law that's protecting first responders. We're going to be joined during our conversation later by Sergeant Dylan Davenport of the Virginia State Police for some perspective. But talk us through, Martha, about why a law like this is so important.
Well, it's like any of the traffic safety issues. So many people don't realize the extent of the problem. In the last 10 years, Jessica, once a week, a law enforcement officer is lost across this country because they're hit by another vehicle when they're working an accident or another incident on the side of the road. Every other week, a tow truck driver is killed. That doesn't even count emergency first responders, ambulance crews, fire crews, highway workers on the side of the road. These are the very people that rush to the scene to help us when things are potentially already tragic, and their lives need to be protected as well. So what we're finding is there's a already bad situation and a preventable additional injury or death is happening. That's why all 50 states now have what's called this slow down, move over law to help create that swath in which highway safety workers and first responders can do their job. The problem is about 70% of Americans have not heard of the slow down, move over law. So it's a lot more difficult for it to work and to be a deterrent if people don't know about it.
It's that you are spot on with that, and how important it is now that all 50 states have the slow down, move over law. But Martha, I think you're right on. You think of it as a courtesy. You think of it as, oh, there's something on the side of the road. I'll move over if I can. But it's bigger than that. As you said, it's a law. What does it require? What should we know?
You're exactly right. It's much bigger than that. And, we talk in traffic safety a lot about statistics, but, those are just numbers. Every one of those numbers is a precious life. And I think that this year, if we don't know how precious life is, we're never going to know, right? With the pandemic and everything that's going on. So basically the law says this: if you approach a vehicle, a stationary vehicle that has red, blue, or amber flashing lights, you must move over to an adjacent lane away from the incident if you can safely do so. If not, proceed with caution. That means pay attention, and with an appropriate speed or safe speed. So it's really easy. Slow down, move over, and pay attention. You can imagine these emergency responders are often working on the side of the roadway, which is about 4 feet wide. Imagine that just in general. Now imagine on a busy highway with cars flying by at 70 miles an hour. That's even worse. Now add rain or snow or night or fog or visibility, and it's just a horribly dangerous situation. Just AAA alone rescues 30 million people every year across the country. That's just AAA with tow trucks and life service vehicles. That doesn't count everyone else. So it's just so imperative that we give these folks a place to work and a place to work safely.
It is. And I'm glad we're able to share this information and raise awareness that the slow down, move over is more than a courtesy. It's a law. Sergeant Dylan Davenport with the Virginia State Police had this to share.
Unfortunately, it's frequently observed that people do not comply with the law. In my experience, motorists underestimate the effect of their speed and overestimate the amount of space that there is to work. When drivers are approaching highway workers, fire and EMS, law enforcement, or record drivers that are displaying red, blue, or amber flashing lights, they're required to either move over a lane or pass cautiously. Currently, the law is defined as a Class 1 reckless driving, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I hope that the law encourages people to give space to those working at our roadsides so that everyone is safe.
So there you have it from Sergeant Dylan Davenport with the Virginia State Police. Martha, a professional working in the field and seeing what a difference a law like this makes.
Well, that's right. And we thank Virginia State Police and all our police partners and CBS for really helping us get these very important messages out this week.
It absolutely is our pleasure. Thank you for sharing this with us, and we'll share information so folks can learn more.
We'd like to thank our friends at AAA Mid-Atlantic and Sergeant Dylan Davenport from the Virginia State Police. To learn more, visit AAA.com. Tom, that information is so critically important. You know, I'm at home at the river and I come down 64 and, you know, you see the lights up ahead and I'm always, you know, looking down the road a little bit and you try to work your way over, but it's not like Martha said, it's not a courtesy. It's the law. You really should make every effort to get over there in that other lane, slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and so, you know, what I noticed, Bill, is, you know, the roadways talk about, it sort of mentions a lot about your personality, how you react to these things on the roadways. Are you patient? Yeah. Do you actually move over? Or do you sort of move over and then try to cut in a little bit to gain some territory, some yardage on some other drivers? You know,
yeah.
The roadways to me is sort of a microcosm for a lot of society in general. So don't get me started.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of those folks we're just not even going to talk about. So hopefully hopefully those people will get the message. And I know all of our viewers are nice people, and so they're going to move over. And we hope that you will. And we also hope you're going to stick around because we're going to be right back after a quick break.